Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Tar Heels will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Just keep slinging it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So North Carolina's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Plows through the defense.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Anderson wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Plucks it out of the air. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Collins. There he goes! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Makes the catch, it's Adams. Brings him down at the 48, it's a gain of 15 and a first down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense gets set for second down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Zips it out to his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Collins. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. It's a draw. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Now the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple.
He smashes his way through again. And the returner will be brought down. Off the play fake on 1st down. Turns it loose. He's got it for a big play. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So the pass interference in the end zone will give them a free 15. Remember the difference in this rule and the pros. Ball is not placed at the 1-yard line in this situation. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Handoff to the single running back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Picked off. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Anderson wants to throw. Still on his feet. Bought a little time, lets it go. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. They'll go to the air. Card in the backfield. It's Edwards. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the field goal unit. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Off play action on first down. With the catch, it's Smith. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Smith takes the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Anderson will throw. Escapes the sack. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Here's a hit. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And the Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They go to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40, at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Takes it on the return. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Anderson wants to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking downfield on first down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's trouble, ball's out in the end zone. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
And the Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got...
Turning it on! Got the first down. Looking for more. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. And the Tar Heels are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Collins. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Ripping through the defense. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Blue Devils will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Dropping back, it's Petty. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Gets away. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Canes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Looking downfield, it's Petty. A little screen to the running back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the gun to give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there!
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Moore. They could have used a little bit more there and pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Anderson will throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Tempo and overdrive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Caught.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Anderson wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run it from the gun. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Third and short now from their own 48. Looking downfield, it's Petty. Got his man in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Catch in the middle. It's King. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Going to the run, it's Williams. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Dobbs. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Good right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The sure hands, it's Edwards. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's King. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Can't get him to the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On the move. Runs through a tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. The Blue Devils are on the move. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The give is to Williams. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Petty. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Off-play action. Under fire. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. And the Canes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Wiggles free. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense takes the field for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Canes want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Anderson will throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch, it's Williams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They boot it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Handoff from the gun. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Anderson wants to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Run in the red zone, it's Williams. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Blue Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Offense scoops it up and still going. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Anderson will throw. The short hands, it's Hill. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Snap from the gun on third down. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Anderson wants to throw. Buys a little, and the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And he goes down again. That has been the story, and that has been the struggle for this offense early in this game so far. They cannot keep their quarterback standing on their feet. They had already given up 3 sacks early. That's the 4th now in this game. They don't have a chance to win this one if they can't start pass protecting up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Moore. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
runs through the tackle.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Soft spot in the middle. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. From the 30-yard line on first down. Back to pass, it's Petty. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's King. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. It's complete on the right side.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Petty. Got it in the middle. It's King. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Dobbs. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kick is in the air. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. He'll start the third quarter with the run. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Petty. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Shakes off the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Petty. Pocket breaking down. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Got it behind the line. It's Edwards. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Edwards. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
And the Canes look to keep this drive humming.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Anderson will throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's wrestled to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls it in. It's Williams. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Powers through the defender.
And this guy's like tackling a tree stump, man. He's just so thick, so compact, just continues to break tackle after tackle. You want to bring those arm tackles? They're not going to work. You better bring your whole body, and you better bring a friend. Got it in the middle. It's Dobbs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Petty. Caught near the sticks, it's Kane. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And 3rd down for a defensive lineman, trust me, I'm one of them, is money down. Go get me that quarterback, make the stop, get him to 4th down. The defensive line, the defense was ready to rock and roll. Nice job.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Blue Devils! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Washington is getting stomped right now. I mean, thrown around the field like a salmon at Pike's Fish Market. Just a brutal performance. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona State. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fights off a defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Anderson wants to throw. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. He has the 1st and still on his feet. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hard running there.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can...
He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This almost certainly to win the game. Absolutely center cut. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
Looking to throw, it's Petty. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in, now And they fight them to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance?
Turning it on! Bust through behind his pad. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Off the play fake. Quick completion on the out route. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Anderson will throw. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. He's got him. Jukes his way for more. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Panthers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Baker. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Touch pass on the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. It'll be a draw. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Here's a heat. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Backed up now, here's second and long. Anderson wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Gilbert. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Canes in the hurry up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He breaks a tackle. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Motion from the wide receiver. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Canes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Working that left side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on first and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Williams. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Pitt! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Illinois. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Anderson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires left. He's got it. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man in the middle. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Snagged out of the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Wants to go up top on first down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Back to pass on second down. Safe completion on the screen. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Back to pass, it's Baker. Rushes on him, trying to escape and get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers! A great catch and run for 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Anderson wants to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And tackled there by the defense. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. Breaks the tackle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Cornelius. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the air, it's Baker. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. The give to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Goff. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Pulls it in. Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Panthers are on the move. They'll move the tight end. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Smashes through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line? And the Panthers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. They'll run it. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. They're trailing by 13 to Illinois. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
That's why, as a defense, you have to gang tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one, David.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, you could tell, once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it inside the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to add another. They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Gilbert. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
White wants to throw it. He's got an open man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Caught in the backfield. It's Brooks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Lost to throw again. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield, it's shot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there.
Breaks into the open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Canes are marching down the field.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. Anderson wants to throw. Right down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Brooks. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. White going to attack through the air. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here and throw in the towel. Stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Wisconsin. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Canes want to move quickly.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
White wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Zone equals eyes. And when I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Myers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Slides away. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. White going to attack through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few 1st downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They want to throw it. Gets it out fast. He gets it in! Touchdown, Miami! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. White wants to throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On target over the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. On the move, he fires. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback, he's got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now on second down. Anderson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. He'll throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Complete out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll return it and try to get behind his line. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Motion from the back. Anderson wants to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilbert. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the ground game left.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He'll keep it himself. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's shot. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by just one over Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. White going to attack through the air. Finds his man. It's Brooks. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Just keeps slinging it. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll send the back in motion. Anderson will throw. The screen, he can go. Well, if you're going to be checked down Charlie, you get the completion percentage up, but you don't get the first down, and the punt unit comes on the field. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. And And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. White wants to throw it. Finds the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right?
And he throws another interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Got a man, it's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Snyder. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. White going to attack through the air. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jones. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
White wants to throw it. He'll get rid of it. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to barrel in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by a field goal over Indiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And off to Jones. Can't get him to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. White going to attack through the air. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. And the Canes will call on their punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of
Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Terrapins will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the Canes line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So Maryland's offense has the ball for the first time. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Washington. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to sneak it. The Terrapins will have it first and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's McConnell. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. On third and short, the power run here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Anderson wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4. The Hurricanes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that foot.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Around the corner, it's Green. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Discards him with the stiff arm. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Oh, they're after him. Still on his feet. Grab near the sticks. It's McConnell. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. Wants to throw. It's Washington. He'll throw it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Snags a quick pass on the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry-up. To run from the shotgun. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Gilbert. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And the Canes in the hurry up. Anderson will throw. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Canes have this offense rolling. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Hold and fire complete. Runs through a tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Plucks it out of the air.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Caught. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down. Turning it on. They'll immediately call timeout. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A spectacular one-hand grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Terrapins.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just one over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Anderson wants to throw. It's complete. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. Scanning the field, it's Washington. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Terrapins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The inside handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Canes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the back. On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line. And the Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Washington. Under fire. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, they'll run it.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Going right to work up top. Setting up the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, running back on the move.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Canes will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Completes the shuffle pass. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Just got it on the ground, now up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Now on the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed Big House, but it's been close so far. They're up by 4 over Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get anything on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Washington. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Right down the middle. It's caught. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Moore. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. They'll try to run for it. Quick spin on the run. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Washington. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He makes the grab. Makes his man miss. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll go up top on second and short. Catch in the middle, it's McConnell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble and throws. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The Terrapins come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And he's just going to spike it. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Back to throw, it's Washington. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.